Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is on this look that I have on right here. This is my first prom look of the season. This is definitely a more dramatic prom look, so this is for those of you that want that drama for prom. If you do not want a dramatic look for prom, I do have a video coming next week that is a bit more natural for those of you that either don't wear makeup or just don't want something dramatic for prom but still want some inspiration. So please be sure to like and subscribe before you leave and hit that post notification bell to get notified every single time that I upload. And if you would like to see this dramatic prom look, then just keep on watching. Alright. I already have my eyes prepped for shadow, and then I do have Scotch tape over here to create a nice precise line. So now going into the eyes, I'm taking the original Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm going to take Silk Cream and MFEO on my Morphe M441. And we're going to take this in the upper crease area to work as our transition shade. So I'm starting off with windshield wiper motions, and then I will move into circular motions. Now taking the shade Butter on my Morphe M433, and we're going to start this right up against the tape. So I'm smudging this on the outer half and all up against that tape, and then I'm taking it into the crease as well. Okay, once I have that applied, I just wiped off my brush, and I'm going to go in with circular motions to help blend that out. Okay, so now I'm just going to do the exact same thing on the other eye. Now going in with the shade Pooter on that exact same brush. So I'm sticking with the same pattern, just sweeping this from the tape and then into the crease. Now I'm going in with the shade Roxanne, which is this one right here. And again, on that exact same brush, I just wipe it off in between colors, but I'm using the same brush that I've been using. And we're sticking with the same pattern, but this is going to stay just a little bit lower. am taking the shade Mocha, which is this one right here, again on that same brush. And we're just layering shadows. You know, we start with the lightest and then we go a little bit darker until we get it as dark as we want, but this is what helps with the blendability. Now I'm going in with this shade Central Park, which is this one right here. And again, on that exact same brush. We use this brush for a lot. This is my favorite brush ever. So we're gonna do the exact same thing, but this is staying quite a bit lower and stays mostly on the outer half. We're not bringing it into the crease too much. But so again, working up against that tape and staying up against the tape and using that tape as a barrier really helps to make sure that you're gonna get that nice crisp line. So I have that applied. I'm gonna wipe off that brush and then go in and buff out. Just like that. Okay, now I'm going to take the black shade, which is Abyss, and again on that exact same brush, but I'm going to put it on the tip of the brush, just like that, and then really tap off the excess. And this we're just going to lightly work right out here up against the tape, and then just kind of lightly smudge that inward. Now taking the shade Creamsicle, which is this orange color right here, and I'm going back in with that Morphe M441. And we're going to put this up towards the top of the shadow, so right up here. And I use just a real light hand because I don't want to apply like too much of it, but this just adds some warmth to it and just helps everything to blend out. Now taking my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and I'm going to use the shade Fair Neutral, and we're going to cut the inner half of the lid. So I'm using a brush that I don't really remember where I got it from, but any flat brush that you have will do. So I like to raise the eyebrow and then just kind of tug on the eye. And I'm just using tapping motions from in between the concealer to the shadow to help blend. So there you go, you have that half cut crease right there. So now I'm just going to do the exact same thing on the other eye. So again, I raise the brow and kind of tug at the lid. And this just helps that I can really then find where the crease of the eye is without having to do too much work. It helps to ensure that you will get a perfect cut crease every single time. Now I'm taking the Too Faced Shadow Insurance Glitter Glue on my Morphe M421. So I'm just going to put the glitter glue directly onto the brush. And I'm going to pack this over top of that concealer that we just laid down. So now I'm going in with the Jeffree Star Thirsty palette, and I'm going to use the shade Plunge on the center of the eye, and then Filthy Rich on the inner corner, which is this gold. So I showed you both because I'm going to do this pretty quick before this glitter glue dries, and then I like to kind of lightly tug on the eye again so that I don't get it messy in the crease. Just like that. So now I'm going to do that exact same thing on the other eye. Now I'm taking that black shade again on my Morphe M432, and what I'm going to do is I'm almost going to create wing liner with it, but with the shadow. So I kind of stamp it in here at the lash line, and I'm not taking it all the way in. And then when I get out here to where like the matte shades are, I kind of flick it outward. I take that M433 brush that we've been using and just lightly kind of buff over that, make sure everything's nice and blended. And let's do that exact same thing on the other side. So now we're just going to apply it, take off the tape, and reveal the sharp shadow. Now I'm going to go apply lashes and I'll be right back. These are the Velour Wisp It Real Good lashes and I'll be right back. Alright, for primer I'm going to be using the Too Faced Hangover RX primer. Now for prom or any special occasion that you have coming up, you always want to make sure that you are using a foundation routine that you know works for your skin. So don't try out any new products the day of prom or your special occasion. Make sure you're using stuff that you have tried before, you know how it wears on your skin, and you know that it's going to last a long time. Alright, for foundation today I'm going to be using the Nars, what's this called? This is the Nars Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. And I'm using my Morphe Highlight and Contour Sponge. Now for concealer, I'm going to use the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. And I'm going to use that exact same Morphe Highlight and Contour Sponge so I can get right up against that shadow. Now I'm going to use the CoverFX Perfect Setting Powder to set my under eyes and the rest of the face. Now using the Smashbox, the Cali Contour Kit, I'm going to take the bronzer on my Morphe JH02 and we're going to bronze up the skin. Now I'm going to take the contour shade with my Morphe JH05. For blush, I'm going to use the Tarte blush in the shade Seduce with my Morphe JH04. And then because it is prom or any special occasion that you're going to get pictures taken, you do want to apply a little bit more blush than what you would for day-to-day. And that is just because blush is the very first thing to go in pictures, so you want to apply it pretty generously for a special occasion. Now I'm going to use the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist and set my face really quick. Now while that is still slightly damp, I'm going to use the Ofra highlight in the shade, whoops, wrong one, Rodeo Drive. And I'm using my Morphe JH09 brush. Back onto the eyes, we're going to take the shade Butter on my Morphe JH39 brush. And we're going to take this all the way from outer corner all the way to inner corner. Now grabbing the shade Pooter, which is this one right here, and I'm using this exact same brush. Alright, now taking the shade Roxanne, which is this one right here. And each shade that I do, I go just a little bit closer to my lash line. Alright, so now I'm going to take a black eyeliner. The one I'm using today is the Almay Intense Eye Color in the shade Black. And we're just going to run this on our waterline. Oh, it makes my eye water. Alright, now I'm just taking that M432 that I used earlier, and any black that is left over on it, I'm going to take and just lightly smudge this out. Alright, so now I'm going to take that JH39 brush, and I'm just going to wipe it off, and I'm going to take the shade Creamsicle, which is this orange one right here, and just lightly dust this down here to help blend everything out. Alright, now I'm going to highlight the inner corner and the brow bone, and I'm going to use the shade In Light, which is this first one right here, with my JH42 brush. Alright, I'm going to go apply lower lash mascara, and I will be right back. We are all done with the eyes now. Now for lipstick, I'm going to be using the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Liquid Lipstick in the shade I'm Nude. Alright, it's just a little too nude, so I'm taking just a little bit of Celebrity Skin and going over top. Alright, you guys, this is it for this makeup look. I hope you guys have a wonderful time at your prom. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you again in my next one. Bye!